One, two, one, two.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, lovely to see again Mr. Stuart Henderson on trumpet. And on tenor, Mr. Duncan Lamont Jr. as ever. Wonderful. And as per last week, the young and lovely Mr. Ken McCarthy. Lovely to see him. And a very, very old friend of mine. He's nearly as old as I am. And Mr. Terry Davis on bass. Okay, I'm going to hand you over to the guys who have got a whole list of stuff that we're going to have to play. Thank you.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. So lovely to see human beings. I'm looking at these blobs on this page, and what's that all about? It's lovely to be back. That was a tune called My Groove, Your Mood, and that was written by Hank Mobley, who I'm on a bit of a crusade about, because I think he's been forgotten. He was a marvellous saxophone player. Been slightly forgotten, so do check him out. He was a wonderful, wonderful player, but everything's sort of fashion, isn't it? And he's kind of sort of slipped off the radar, I think, but he's well worth checking out. He's a wonderful, swinging, just everything. Wonderful player. Now, talking of wonderful players, there's a wonderful trumpet player called Lee Morgan, and in the 60s, we were getting a bit sort of groovy. Was anybody around in the 60s? You look too young. Do you remember when we all got groovy? Well, maybe not, maybe it was just me, but there was a big vogue for sort of things, I think they used to call it boogaloo, and it was more of a sort of groove thing, rather than a sort of swing doobie-doobie-doo. It was more of a sort of funky, groovy thing. And Lee Morgan wrote a tune that sort of, it was written for a jazz album, but weirdly enough, it actually entered the charts, and it's still cropped here in films, and it's still, unfortunately, he's not around to cop the royalties anymore. In fact, he had a terrible end, didn't he, Stuart? Yeah, was shot by his girlfriend. But anyway, let's put that one side. But he really was a wonderful, wonderful trumpet player, and wrote really lovely compositions as well. And this is one of them. It's just a lot of fun. And I think, Ken, this is your arrangement, isn't it? No. Oh, he's denying it all. We'll see what you think at the end. If you change your mind, Ken, it's your chart. Anyway, this is Lee Morgan's Sidewinder.
Hey. Oh yeah.
I told Ken to say it home time. Yep.
8 1, 2, 1.
few words while we think of something else to play. And we only brought 2 tunes, so that's it, really. Thank you, a good night. No. Funny enough, that was the most successful Blue Note single. Almost bankrupted them, I think, isn't it? That's correct. Because they couldn't keep up with demand, and they had to spend money on getting the album, the singles out there, and they couldn't recoup it fast enough. But funny you mentioned Blue Note Records, because I've got a brand new CD out with my quintet. It's called Back to Blue Note with the Stuart Henderson Quintet. And the first tune we played, My Groove, Your Move, is the opening track on the CD. Sidewinder is not on it because I thought nobody wants another recording of Sidewinder. So there are some good ones. A little known Lee Morgan tune called Exotique, which is fantastic. Drifting, Herbie Hancock, The Kicker, Blue Minor, Moment's Notice, Cape Verdean Blues, Minor Chant and Split Kick. So if you want to pick up a copy of that, please come and see me at social distance. What are we going to play again?
We're going to do I Thought About You.
Yeah, lovely. I thought about you. I thought about you a lot during the last 14 months.